Hey guys. Oh, let me get the puppies on video first before I start my babble. Let's start with a good happy thing first. Byron, Byron, come here. This is Byron. Come on. Don't be shy. All right, so that's Byron. And then his big brother is Duke. They're actually the same age. All right, now that I've introduced you to the children of the house, aren't they adorable? They're so adorable. I would totally steal them if I wasn't already living in this house. Anyway, so it is Tuesday, and I finally have a day off, which is tomorrow. I've worked 8 days straight, and I'm really fried. Um, I don't think it really matters what you do for a living. A lot of jobs can be considered stressful, but I work in retail, and retail is damn stressful. um, Part of the reason I used to be a lowly little cashier, and I moved my way up to customer service, and then I managed at night, and then now I'm hardly ever out on the floor. I hardly ever have to deal with customers, thankfully, because I do bookkeeping, and then I also do scan, which is making sure all the prices are right in the store. So I can pretty much hide all the time. And I thought that would ease the stress level. That was one of the main reasons why I shifted to those two departments. However, it's added more stress. I mean, it's great that I don't have to deal with customers, but the employees that I have to work with, for the most part, they add and they give me more stress than most customers ever have. So I have a little bit of a bitch fest, and I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible. I'm not promising anything, you guys, because I can talk. But, so I have been in the bookkeeping department for a little over a year. The woman that's in charge of that, I'm not going to use any names. Not that I think she would ever see this video, but still. We'll call her Sally. That's not her real name, obviously. But she is a bit of a control freak, and to say that I was in the department for 5 months without still being fully trained in the department is not an exaggeration. There was this whole blow up where she injured herself, and I was her backup, which of course means that I take over for her when she goes on vacation and stuff like that. But she got injured on Thanksgiving. Her drunk ass fell in the kitchen after Thanksgiving dinner, and she broke her shoulder. Anyway, I'm so nice, but it's true. She's a drunk. Anyway, aren't you glad you subscribed to my vlog channel, you guys? So anyway, I should have taken over because I was her backup, but she is so desperate to hang on to control. She did everything in her power to make sure that I did not take over her department while she was out for 10 weeks. And that was a whole big thing, and I'm not really going to get into it right now because it's pointless to bitch and moan about stuff that's already happened. You have no control over it. But ever since then, her and I really do not see eye to eye. We don't get along very well. I'm only in the department 1 or 2 days a week, which is fine with me. And the only reason I'm in that department is so I can make her pay rate, which is really, really, really good. It's a lot more than what I make normally. So the only reason I put up with the aggravation and the stress of being in the department is so when I get to do like 3 days in a row in a week, or 3 days in a week in her department, I get her pay rate. So everything has been going along fine, and now there's this rumor going around. It's not really a rumor, it's kind of been confirmed that one of our stores is going to be closing for the winter so they can remodel the entire store. And because we are a union store, all the employees get shipped out to all of the other stores in the area. And this woman that Sally used to work with, who happens to be her BFF, may be coming to my store. And if she does, I will probably be kicked out of the department for the winter in favor of this other woman because Sally and her are so close. I point blank asked her if she planned on doing this, and she's like, oh, you know, I don't have any control over that, and that's bullshit. She pretty much does whatever she wants and gets away with it. Case in point. I made a boo-boo. Made a boo-boo. I sound like I'm 5 years old. I fully admit when I make mistakes, when I screw up, I'm the first one to admit it, much to my detriment sometimes. But I ended up having a problem with a money order that got lost. And I had fully admitted and took, the punishment, which I was suspended for a couple of days because of it. Pretty much the exact same thing happened with Sally, only on a bigger scale because it involved more money, and nothing happened to her. She didn't even get written up, let alone suspended, and she was the one who was pushing for my suspension. The store manager didn't even want to suspend me, but she made sure I got suspended, and nothing happened to her. So that's, gives you any idea of, she pretty much does whatever the hell she wants. So I'm thinking, it's not really the fact that, I might not be in the department for the winter, because I don't really care about that. It's the fact that I worked my ass off the last year. And because she showed me so little, and she spent so little time training me, I pretty much had to figure out about 75% of what goes on in that office on my own. And I pretty much almost had a nervous breakdown because I just was not getting it, because she was not teaching me. And she has a very specific way of doing things. And it took me a long time to figure out how the hell she wanted things done. And when I finally figured it out, and I've been working my ass off, and I fought so hard and for so long to get into that office, and it just irks me that she's might finally get her way, at least temporarily. And it just really freaking bothers me. And so that's what's been like gnawing away at me for the last week, because it really bothers me. And I mean, it's not set in stone. Supposedly, even if the woman comes to the department or comes to our store, she might not end up doing it because it's the store manager's decision, but I don't really believe it. But we'll see. So that's been causing me a lot of stress, and probably to like an outside person, it seems like a really small sort of nitpicky thing, but you add up all of these little nitpicky things and put them all together, and it's like this huge sort of volcanic eruption that just goes on in my brain involving this place. And, then I've got like stuff going on with my sort of kind of guy friend. What do you call someone that, you never really declared that you were boyfriend and girlfriend, but you've almost talked just about every day for almost a year? Would you consider that a boyfriend-girlfriend kind of relationship, or what the hell is it? Because I'm really confused, and I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what it is. I've been frustrated with him, and he hasn't exactly been making it easier for me to not be frustrated with him, but maybe I should save that for another video, because this thing will be an hour long before I know it, and I'm sure you guys can only take so much. But yeah, so I need a vacation. I really need a vacation, and I don't get any time off until October probably. Yeah. Anyway, so I might have to go back to my where I used to live, because I think I accidentally left a couple of things in my old house, and if I want to see them again, I really need to get my ass over there before the end of the month. Technically, I've been out since the 5th, but I paid up until the end of July, so I have time to get my ass over there. I just really do not want to go there. I don't want to see her, so I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll drag my roommate with me. He can protect me. And in case you guys aren't aware, I'm sure everybody who might be watching this is fully aware that I have a book channel. I plan on having a reading update video posted soon. It's just the reading is not going well still. I can't do anything about it. Can't force it. If I force it, then I end up not liking the book, and I can't force myself to read if I'm just not feeling it. So it is what it is. But anyway, that's pretty much it for me this time. I really appreciate anybody who happens to be listening to me rant and rave. So until next time, you guys, don't forget to be awesome.